Definitely not going to have a lack of content once we get this channel up and going. Today's little video is just at an opportune time to sort of just break down what's happened in the last week or so of May this year. Let's say 3-5 years ago, maybe more. A lot of people started on their spiritual journey, but just in terms of the way that the world's changed since COVID and whatnot, I suppose people have went a different way, as well as nature itself is pressuring us to ascend and better ourselves. It's all been in the pipeline for a long time. We know about things like galactic years and golden ages and age of Aquarius and all of those things, and when that's now shifted, we're now living that. And so 3-5 years ago, people would talk about there's going to be an event, there's going to be the event, everything will change on the event. And I was inclined to say back then, and still right till now, the event is now. Now is the event. Every day is the event. However, when I used to say that back then, it had no bearing, nowhere near the amount of bearing that it does now. And so let's say, like in terms of the main control mechanisms that have been, enslaving mankind for far too long, two of those really significant, commonly spoken about factions or methods, if you want to call it, is the Cabal, and secondly is wait a second, I've gone blank. Let's go back. Cabal. Right. So the Palladians have very intelligently hidden some code, light-breaking codes within a CME that went up for coronal mass ejection, which I think was about maybe 9 days ago, something now. And so that actually it took out the infrastructure behind what the Cabal would use to monitor us. And so while they're still monitoring and going about their business, they've missed a light code attack, and it's basically it's destroyed what's called the false light matrix. So if you do any research on the false light matrix, you'll see that that's quite significant, because one of the tactics of the false light matrix is to use dead timelines. And so sometimes when we're living a life, a timeline that's not optimal whatsoever, and we're wondering, where is this going? Why is my whole life going to hell or going to crap? And why did everything turn so bad? Yet I'm putting all my energy in and nothing seems to be coming back out. That's generally because it's a dead timeline. So it's been hijacked to make you believe that it's still a possible future or possible destiny for you, when actually there's nothing there for you. And so as you give up your energy slowly or quickly traveling down that dead timeline, there are entities as such that will quickly siphon off as much as they can and make you more distraught, and basically steal your destiny or steal your energy till you're done. So the fact that the false light matrix is down, and I believe will not be coming back online, it really gives us all a real different opportunity in terms of freedom. But we've had another, I think, even more considerable event happen, and that was I believe 2 days ago, the 19th of May, and that was the Archons, or the Deep State, have also copped a nice little Palladian attack. It's a Galactic Federation attack, really. But yes, another CME loaded up and locked and loaded has found its way, and so that deep state, which is a deep state of sleep, if you want to call it, or that control mechanism, that subconscious stuff that's been running humanity and basically getting everybody to work for nothing. It's hard work, no reward. It's all lack. It's all monetizing things and taking away things, true value, sovereign value, making people into tradable commodities, and basically slavery. It's the most lowest of tricks that's been played on mankind, and it's been been quite rife for thousands of years. Now, being the fact that the Archons have just lost, or the control, the Archon control is fading, broken, damaged, hopefully dismembered, and that deep state is no more. The more of us that can take that on, and realize that this waking state, when we move through this fluid and we create a wake behind us, this waking state, right, is fleeting. And so some of us are dream walking, and we're bouncing between the different states, the different timelines, and I suppose we can get into it in a further one, in terms of Melchizedek order and Melchizedek priests, and practices that can be undertaken and pursued to not only assist in these in this dream walking and the disintegration of unwanted or timelines of low potential, and thus increasing the potential positive and desirable timelines to stay in existence. And by doing this dream walking back and forth between these worlds and between these dimensional states, we can bring back the things that we want, the versions of ourselves and the qualities that we would like to see eventuate and realize, manifest. And so we can sneak over there and snatch those qualities, bring them back over here, and essentially leave that timeline as discontinued. And so the more we do of that, the more energy we allow into our own control. And since we haven't had that control most of us haven't had that control forever, if you start to feel this and you start to realize that the potential of it, just remember that with great power comes great responsibility, and not only are you shifting your life, but you're shifting all your loved ones, all of the people you never met, all your enemies, and a bunch of others. And so very much take your time and consider your manifestations before you spill them out into the universe. So this little video was just basically to say that with the fall of the Cabal and the disintegration of the deep state, we have massive manifestation abilities that I don't believe have been at hand for mankind for some time. So get to it. I'll post up a few Melchizedek videos, or write something up, and get some meditation and some other techniques down, so that anyone that doesn't know what they need to be doing can follow up, and also anyone that has further techniques or further information, absolutely leave it here. This is a place of sharing, caring, and we all want to elevate and ascend together. Right, light and love.